All right, let's dive into one of the trickiest parts of the IELTS exam, the listening test. Turns out, there's a really simple technique that can make a huge difference in your score. So let's get right into it.
So, what's the big secret to doing well? Honestly, it's less of a secret and more of a strategy. It's really just a simple shift in how you think about the test, a way to go from being a passive listener to someone who's actively in control. First up, let's just quickly acknowledge why this test can feel so incredibly hard. I mean, it's designed to be challenging, and it is so easy to feel overwhelmed. And this is the reality of it, right? You get exactly one shot to hear the audio. That's it, no replays. The speakers can be really fast, the accents can be different, and all the while, you can feel that clock ticking. It's a high-pressure situation, and it's so easy to miss one little thing and then feel like you're falling behind. But okay, enough about the problem. Let's talk about the solution. There is a specific strategy that people who do really well on this test use to cut through all that pressure and stay one step ahead of the audio.
Imagine for a second you had, a kind of magical ball for the test. What if you could see into the future, just for a moment, to know what kind of answer was coming up next? I mean, that would be a total game changer, wouldn't it?
Well, here it is. This is the whole thing. The single most effective technique is to predict before you listen. This simple idea, this is your secret weapon for the entire test.
So what does prediction actually mean? It's really simple. It's just the act of using the time you get before the audio plays to read the questions, and this is the crucial part, to anticipate the type of answer you're about to hear. You're not trying to guess the exact word. You're just figuring out what kind of word it's probably going to be.
Okay, so that's the theory, but how does it actually work when you're sitting there in the test? Let's break down the exact steps you're going to take.
It all comes down to 3 super simple steps. First, you read the question. Second, you focus right in on that blank space you need to fill. And third, you actively ask yourself, okay, what kind of information is missing here? This little question prepares your brain for what's coming.
And you can get really specific here. If the question is something like, the meeting is at blank, you're listening for a time or a place. If it says, please contact Mr. Blank, boom, you're listening for a name. Is it a number, an address, a date? Just doing this primes your brain to catch the exact type of information you need. So why does this one little technique make such a gigantic difference? Well, it all comes down to 2 key benefits that will completely change your performance on test day. And this really shows you the difference. Without predicting, you're just a passive receiver. You're desperately trying to catch every single word, which is, impossible and totally exhausting. But with prediction, you become an active listener. You've got a mission. Your brain is scanning the audio for a specific type of information, which makes it so much easier to spot it when it arrives.
This powerful shift leads to 2 simple, absolutely game-changing advantages.
And here they are. First, you become faster. You're not wasting all that mental energy trying to process irrelevant information. And second, as a direct result of that, you become way more focused. Your attention is targeted like a laser on the gaps you need to fill. It's all about efficiency.
So, as we wrap this up, let's just boil it all down to the single most important idea to remember when you walk into that test room.
This is it. Stop being a passive listener. Start being an active hunter. By predicting, you're not just waiting for the answer to come to you, you are actively looking for it, ready to capture it the moment you hear it. So, the final question is really for you. Are you ready to put this into practice and go into your IELTS test with more speed, more focus, and way more confidence? Start predicting. Good luck.